Yes, welcome to another video. 1 week to go of the transfer window. 1 week to sign Harry Kane and save him from Daniel Levy and Tottenham Hotspur, who are currently in the Europa Conference League. That's not where he should be playing. Can City get him out? Will they put up or will they shut up? We're going to find out. Before we get into it, I'm going to set a like target of 1,500. It's a big target, but we've hit it before, but we need everyone's help. So if you do us a favour, if you enjoy the video, smash a thumbs up on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos or when we go live. Massive shout out as well to the GOATs at One Football. They're the sponsors of today's video. They've got an app that you can download. It's completely free. When you download it, if you select City as your favourite team, you will hear about any Kane news there first. They've got everything from transfer news, transfer rumours, match reports, match previews, all in one app. It's completely free. The link's in the description. If you download it, you help support the channel as well. So it's a win, win, win. Right, bro, will City win the battle for Harry Kane?
That transition, bro. That transition. I think everyone who watches the morning show, will know in it. I'm very much on the fence of in the seat, the driving seat of we're going to sign Harry Kane. I do think it'll get done this week before the transfer window shuts. However, you know what? I was actually going to say I didn't think it'd take this long. I was going to say I didn't think it'd go into this final week of the transfer window, but I actually did. I actually think back and I think to myself, yeah, we all knew how Daniel Levy was going to be. We all know how he is. Yeah. And I kind of expected this. I kind of expected it to go all the way to the end. And it wouldn't even surprise me it went to deadline day. But the way I see it is we're going to pay. We're going to pay the cash. Yeah. Because he knows that City is sweating. He watched City play Tottenham without a recognised striker on the pitch. He's seen the effects that it had himself. So he knows that we are sweating in the striker situation. And I think he's going to hold out until he gets the absolute, do you know what I mean? The actual maximum price that he wants for him, which is rumours to be around 150 million. I think he'll hold out for the whole thing and City will pay the cash. Come to shove, we're going to go to it and just go, right, we need a striker. We need to go all out for it. Let's do it now.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because City obviously made that bid initially of around 100 million about a month ago. And they might have had some talks with them in the meantime about whether we could include some players in there or whatever. But there doesn't seem to be that much talk about a second bid. You know, maybe we've spoken to them and said, oh, would you consider this? But there doesn't seem to have been an official second bid from what I'm seeing. There was some rumours that we made a £125 million bid, but that's since been sort of quashed. And apparently,
fizzled out, hasn't it?
Yeah, that never really happened. So it's interesting because City seem to be playing a game of poker here. They made the initial bid of 100 million. And then whilst they might have had some talks in the meantime, they seem to have gone a little bit quiet. Now, this is very strange. Now, City are either playing this poker game thinking, we'll go in at the last minute with an improved offer, maybe about 110, 120, 125, but we'll leave it late and see what Daniel Levy has to say about it and say, is it worth keeping an unhappy player? I'm still getting 125 million. Or are they just going to go in at the, any time now, which is, by the way, what I think he's called James Percy from the Telegraph. Yeah. He tweeted or reported yesterday that City are going to make a new bid this week. So are City just going to go in and say, have they been waiting a month to see if they can finance this mega deal? Maybe they could afford 100 million, but maybe 150, or maybe they couldn't afford that. Maybe they've had to, get the finance department to review the deal, you know what I mean? Say, can we afford this extra 50 million? And that's why they've been so quiet over the last month, because they've been working out the terms. Maybe they've had to increase the length of Kane's contract, because that will then help spread the cost of the 150 million across the 6 years or 7 years, whatever you're going to offer him. So that's the only two things. I can't see that we've walked away, because I think if we would walked away, we would be linked with players left, right and centre, and I think we would also know. I think City would have leaked it.
If it walk away, we'll know.
Yeah, so that's my view on it. I think City are playing a game of poker, and we're either going to go in this week and make a bid of around 125 and then let him know that that's the last offer, or we're just going to go in and say, right, there's your 150, let's get the deal done. That's the way I see it.
Well, I was looking around on the Blue Moon forum. I was looking around different things today. And after we did the morning show, I was looking because I was genuinely interested to just find more information about how stuff's going. And there's a guy from Spurs who posted like quite a lengthy message about like, we have our kind of in the know sources, you know what I mean, from our side of things. Spurs have their in the know sources, and he was very neutral about it from a Spurs point of view. And he was saying from their side of things, from their sources, and he gave kind of the information that he'd found out. And he said apparently what had happened is, do you know how his agent got sacked, Charlie, his brother? Apparently, Charlie went to City and said you can get him for 125 million. You pay 125 million, you're getting him. So then City went in with the 100 mil thinking we'll undercut it a little bit and do that. However, that whole thing was fabricated by Charlie because he had the idea that 125 million would be enough to get Harry Kane. However, Daniel Levy has set his price a lot higher than that. Hence why then Harry Kane has gone, nah, you've made a botched job of this, and then he's binned him off. And then he's hired someone else in to get this deal done. That seems to be what's happening on that. That's from the Spurs in the know people. That's what they're saying happened with the whole Charlie situation. So maybe there was a bit of delay because of all that. Charlie, his brother, had botched the whole situation because City going, we're not that far off the market. 100 mil, 20. I mean, we're only 25 mil off. When in fact,
you're 50.
We're 50 million pound off. We're 50 million off. You know what I mean? It's two massive markets. You know what I mean, it's double it. So then City, then City got to rethink then, because if we look at it and go, right, let's finance this. Let's see how we can afford this 125 mil. We spend time doing that. We do that. We go, right, we'll go in for it. And then it turns out that isn't actually a real thing. It's all fabricated. It's just an idea in his head. And then it's actually 150 mil. City got to go back to drawing board and look at then how they're going to finance a 150 million pound deal. Just kind of back to drawing board, reset, finance it, and then maybe that's why it's taken a bit longer than a lot longer than everyone expected. It's dragged out a little bit, and then it'd also tie into why he sacked his agent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how true that is, but it's plausible that it is possible. We know Charlie Kane was his agent. We know he got sacked, so obviously Kane's not happy with something that his brother did. So maybe that is true. We don't know whether that is true. What we got to look at now, guys, is the facts. Where are we right now? City need a striker. Harry Kane doesn't want to be at Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, and City are about £50 million off where Daniel Levy wants. What we don't know is how stubborn Daniel Levy is on that 150 mil. Is there any movement at all? We know he's a stubborn guy, but in his head he might have 150 mil as a sort of what he wants, but he'd accept 140.
I mean, the 150 mil could be his front. However, he can drop down a little
exactly.
bit.
And what is City's max? Was City bidding 100 million, but they were kind of willing to go up to 115, 120? Because then if that's the case, suddenly you're not that far away. Obviously, £20 million is still a hell of a lot of money, but you can see just by looking at the figures and everyone just sort of being a bit nicer to each other, you can get closer to an agreement. Yeah. I still think we're in for a bombazzo. I still think we're in for a here we go moment, and I think it's going to be this week. I had massive confidence at the end of last week that we'd get to see him play against Arsenal. I'm starting to think this might go right down to the wire. We've got 1 week to go, as we said. Could this be a transfer deadline day deal?
Oh, imagine. That'd be one of the biggest ever.
Yeah, I think, look, Harry Kane as well can do more. How far does he really want to push this? Does he really want to leave Tottenham that much? Because if he does, hand in a transfer request, forego your loyalty bonus. You know what I mean?
What is it, like 10 mil?
Apparently, it's rumoured to be around £10 million. If he puts in a transfer request, he doesn't get the £10 million. Do you really want to, people saying City need to put up or shut up? Harry Kane can also put up or shut up. And Daniel Levy, what is your bottom line? Let us know the truth, Bray. Don't be saying 150 million.
Daniel Levy, leave a comment.
Yeah, Daniel Levy, leave a comment in the section there. Super chatters, Bray.
Yeah.
But guys, let us know your thoughts on this. 1 week to go. I want people's predictions. Is this deal happening? If so, what do you reckon the final price will be? I'll be interested to see what the sort of common ground is on price. If you did enjoy it, guys, leave a like on the video. 1,500 is the target. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos or when we go live. Check out our sponsor. It's down below. It's the guys at OneFootball. Completely free app. You download it. You help support the channel. Goals all around. And we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.